Yo guys, SpiderBot here, and I got some Black Ops 2 multiplayer gameplay for you. We're playing Search and Destroy on Cargo. No, this isn't my very first game. Reason being, I mean, we got actually put into a game mid-game. It was only like 4v4. It wasn't anything spectacular. So I thought I'd start with this game on Cargo. So I wanted to talk about a few things. I am running the PDW-57. I did unlock Create a Class, and thought I'd run this gun because I hear it's overpowered. So what the hell? May as well, man, right? Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about, I touched upon it yesterday when I was just looking at the player count numbers for Search and Destroy compared to other game modes, and I was a little disheartened to see the percentage is really, really low compared to the recent Call of Duties like Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops. There are, as a percentage, very, very few people playing Search and Destroy. And I think part of the reason has to do with the separation of the score streak points and the XP earned. I think also people were mentioning on that video that I posted yesterday that they were only providing 250 XP per kill in Search and Destroy, which seems pretty low, but they may have patched it. Anyways, I think I'm getting now 500 XP per kill. So, but really, there's no, if I look between Search and Destroy and other game modes, there is zero correlation between my score per minute and XP. I mean, my score per minute right now, after 7 games of Search and Destroy, my kill-death ratio is 1.59. My win-loss is 7.00. We won every single match we played. My score per minute is 90. But in this game, I get about 5,600 XP. I think there were only 4 players on the enemy team as well. I'm not sure if it was for the whole game, but and that's about 6.5 minutes that we played. So 5,600 XP. And again, I have no map, like zero map knowledge. This is my first time playing multiplayer. So we can only assume that my score per minute and my XP will go up as I play more and learn the maps more. Now, tweeting to people, they're saying, on average, they have expectations of getting 5,000, 6,000, maybe 7,000. Some people were saying, oh yeah, I get 15,000 XP per game. I'm not sure what game mode you're playing, but that seems pretty high. And if that is the case, if I can go into another game mode and get 15,000 XP per game, and my score per minute is going to be higher, then that's obviously going to entice me to play that game mode more. Where I think, the game mode should be fairly balanced. If I'm an average player on Search, I should probably get the same amount of XP per minute, which is really a stat that I'm more concerned about, is XP per minute. I couldn't give a shit about score per minute. Who cares about score per minute? I want to rank up. Score has nothing to do with me ranking up, especially in Search. Again, going for a 90 score per minute, I'm still ranking up, nearly as quickly as if I were playing other game modes, right? And the only other problem I have is going into the barracks. I know at the end of a match you can see, your XP earned for that game, as well as your XP required to get to your next level. So after my session that I played last night, I'm sitting at level about 10.5. And if I go into my barracks, and sure, if I looked at the last game, and thankfully I recorded it, if I looked at the end of my last game from last night, I can go in and see how much XP I earned that game, as well as how much XP is required for me to get to level 11. But now that I've gone offline last night and come back in today, if I hadn't recorded, I have no way of telling. I have no way of telling how much XP I've earned to date. I have no way of telling how much XP is required for me to get to the next level, to get to level 11. It doesn't tell you. So I have no idea what my stat is, or what my stats are in-game for XP. How much XP I've earned to date, etc. So I have no way of calculating how much XP I'm getting per minute, which is a far better measure, I think, of anything than score per minute. And I think that's partly the reason why Search numbers are very, very low, is because people are so focused on the score per minute, and it goes to the leaderboards as well. I mean, I can go to the Search and Destroy leaderboards, and it's all based on score per minute. The person who's going to be at the top of the leaderboards in Search is going to be the person with the highest score per minute, which is fine when you're comparing only people within that game mode, right? So the top guy has a 544 score per minute. So he's the leader in Search and Destroy, but the guy's only level 16. He's only had 14 kills with 2 plants, which, you know, for a leaderboard, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, leaderboards should show, you know, skill over time, not, you know, if I, let's say I play one game of Search. Let's say I create a new profile and I play one game of Search and I just go to town and I get, you know, I just decimate on my own the entire enemy team, and that's the only game of Search I ever play, and my score per minute happens to be higher than 544, then I'm going to be on the top of the leaderboard, which I don't think is right. But regardless, okay, so it's score per minute. So you're comparing people in Search with that score per minute. But if you go to the career leaderboards, and I'm going to show, I'll show some of this at the end of the video, actually. The career leaderboard is based on score, period, score. So the higher score per minute, probably, and the more you play, the higher you're going to be ranked in the career leaderboard, which, you know, for anybody that's playing Search, you're never going to be high in that list. If you play Search, predominantly play Search, your career you may as well forget about trying to get higher on the career leaderboards, because it'll never happen. So I think maybe that's part, you know, all these things combined, and with the XP, I think previous to the patch yesterday, possibly, there was only 250 XP given per kill in Search, but now it's 500, I believe. So let's take a look at my ending stats here. Alright, so I ended up with 5,665 XP. The next level, I need 2,374 XP. And again, this is the only indication that I get at the end of a game as to how much XP I need for the next level. But I have no way of telling how much XP I've earned to date in order to be at the level that I'm at, whether you look at it here at the end of a game or in your barracks after the game while you're in the lobby. Alright, so let's go into my barracks and take a look at what I'm talking about here. So if I go down to my combat record, and you see the progress bar at the bottom, I'm about 10.5. But again, no indication of XP required to get to 11. I have no idea what's required, and I don't know how much XP. There is no stat to tell me how much XP I've earned to date. Go into the combat record. Again, it just shows the kills. It doesn't even show deaths, but it does show the ratio. So if you want to know how many deaths you had, you can calculate it. Wins, 7. Again, it doesn't actually show losses of 0, but I've won every single game we played. And the score, right? 4,485. Score per minute is 90. Pretty damn low by all considerations, right? But I think for the level that I'm at, you know, per minute, XP per minute is actually on the decent side, right? Or on the average side, or whatever you want to say. So let's take a look at the leaderboards. Again, let's look at the career leaderboards. Actually, we should go to the Search leaderboards first, right? So, top of the list is going to be the high score per minute. And that's what I was talking about earlier, right? This guy that is only level 16 is top of the leaderboards. Yeah, great. Maybe he only played one game, and he had that 14 kills and 2 plants. Yeah, he's level 16. He's been playing other game modes, etc., which I'm assuming, I would assume, based on this, even that level 6 guy, you know, they played one game. They did very, very well, and there they sit at the top of the leaderboards, which, yeah, I don't know. It's not great in my opinion. And then the career leaderboards, obviously. So if I look at my score per minute, again, I'm ranked according to my score, which is always going to be far lower in Search than any other game mode. So I will never rank high on the career leaderboards like this guy, who is, apparently he is getting 99,666 score per minute in 669 games played. Dude, you are a beast. Anyways, I think that's got to be some sort of glitch, but, I mean, these guys, look at these guys. How are they getting, on average, that's their score per minute. That's craziness. Can I do that? Can I get that? I mean, there are guys that have played, you know, 7,429 score per minute. I don't understand how he's so high in 2 days and 18 hours. how he's so high up on the leaderboards. This really actually doesn't make sense to me. But regardless, that's the point. And I think it's really hurt the game mode. I think it's really hurt Search and Destroy, the game mode, because that's where some of the focus is on score per minute, and you'll never be high on the leaderboards, the career leaderboards, just playing Search. So unfortunately, but let's create a revolution, guys. Come on, we gotta play some Search. I'm gonna try playing more Search and see if I can get you guys excited for it. Let's bring those percentage of players up, because Black Ops, if I went to Black Ops, man, there were more people playing Search than there were playing Domination, right? There were more people playing Search than Domination. We only have 10,000 out of 257,000 people. That is like, what? Less than 5% of players are playing Search and Destroy, where you've got Domination. I mean, you know, we're talking probably closer to 20%. So it's really hit Search very, 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 very hard. Very few people playing in comparison to Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops. Again, partially I think because of the XP that they cut to, I guess 250 is what people are saying. I think it's now back up to 500, but also because of the intense focus on score per minute. Anyways, I will have more for you guys in the coming days. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Spider and I'm out.